Blink Publishing presents The Audacity, written and read by me, Katherine Ryan. Keep listening after the audiobook for some exclusive content from my mom, Julie McCarthy. You should listen to it. This is amazing. It's like a book within a book, and she has a sultry, soothing voice, and it will add a lot of context to who you have come to know me as. You will have heard my mom through a lot of my comedy sets, and I mean, she's smart, and she is exactly the way I describe her. I hope you'll agree. So this will be a treat for us all. All right, let's get started. Dedicated to Phil Mount. Phil Mount is a producer on Ready to Mingle, a dating game show that I did for ITV2. And when we worked together, I was just finishing my book, and he said, put me in the book. You better put me in the book. Ant and Dec put me in their book. I was at their wedding. Put me in the book. And I had nothing to say about Phil. I really liked him. He's from Ireland, as I am, and we got on. Some producers are enemies of mine, and they get too stuck in, too restrictive, too annoying. But not Phil. I really liked him, and I couldn't think of where to put him in the book, so I just dedicated the entire book to Phil. And I think that creates more questions than answers, really. And I love that until the end of time, people will be like, Phil, why is this book dedicated to you? And he'll say, I don't know. Introduction. Hi, my name is TV's Katherine Ryan. I'm a comedian, writer, presenter, podcaster, excellent rapper, and terrible actress, like really bad. And now I'm writing this book for you. Maybe you've chosen it for yourself because you like my vibe and you plan on listening to it snuggled up indoors with a warm mug of wine on a rainy day or outside in the sun on a government-sanctioned COVID-safe holiday. Maybe someone gifted it to you ironically, like the time my dad gave me Bill Cosby's Love and Marriage vintage manifesto from the late 80s as a wedding present. Let me tell you, that man was hiding in plain sight. Cosby, I mean, not my dad. Dad is still very much under the radar. No, he's really cool, actually. In fairness to my dad and to my entire family, as you'll see, I was a complex child, and they all did the best they could with me. Maybe someone who loves you gave you this book because you're hard to get presents for. Code for, not worth the research. But everyone knows you like comedy, so tour tickets and autobiographies do the trick. I adore comedy, and my favorite comics are the ones who unashamedly reveal truths about their unique worldview and about their personal lives as well. You should see me in a green room whenever gossip is shared, and I gleefully get to find out that two comics I know might probably be fucking. You'll never know a happier woman, especially when you know for a fact they'll regret it. A few years ago at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, a photo went round of a very unlikely pair of comedians making out, and the over 40 male comic who told me about it delivered the news with the giddiness of a sugared-up 12-year-old girl. I like a mixture of high and low media. I'm moved by serious events in the news, and I want to be active in what's going on, but equally, I am not ashamed of my unquenchable thirst to find out how Bennifer got back together. Nobody wants to hear a secret more than I do, and therefore this book is going to be full of them. Every week when I record my podcast telling everybody everything at home in my tiny office, I try to forget that newspapers exist and that a reporter can easily listen to what I say and print those words in an article. I'm also regularly affronted to discover that yet another one of my parents' friends has downloaded it. These are my private conversations that I've decided I'm okay with certain cool people being a part of. I think that's the best way to build friendships and to deliver my most authentic truth, so I'm writing this with a similar mindset. It's the exact Kris Jenner business policy that built the Kardashian reality empire as we know it today. Share everything. Stand-up isn't about telling the full story. There's a certain rhythm to delivering a stage set that demands sharpness and brevity. During my early days on the road, I once overheard another comic say, "What we offer is a service. Your job as a comedian is to serve the punters laughter. It isn't about you." It's a message I haven't forgotten. Of course, I get to be authentic on stage and weave in my agenda here and there, but ultimately the crowd want to have a laugh. So I've got to come with some strong jokes that are relevant to their lives and give them a reprieve from the mundane during that precious hour in their company. It's a challenge, and that's part of what makes it so much fun, but I think female comedians are told we have fewer punchlines compared to our male peers. Plus, we're expected to be extra commanding, brash, and alpha to hold an audience's attention. That the audience has got to be laughing every few seconds or it gets awkward. In the context of most short sets, there's limited room to stretch out ideas. That's fine, but there are also more long-form, earnest stories that I'm glad to have the opportunity to tell here. Comedy is, after all,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?